mother has been taking dogs over the years to that particular pet smart for well over a decade. To the point where my grandmother, who got a dog, also took her dog to that vet for at least 5 to 8 years herself. My whole family's at the vet, right? I've been up there with the dogs before. So I take Mamba up to the vet. And I might upload the footage, but long story short, obviously at some point along his travel to get to me, he's been there before because we've never been in that area. And as soon as I turned down Highway 78, this man started acting up. Matter of fact, Mamba, yeah, I'm going to post that. So, now mind you, I'm driving a nice vehicle. I'm not going to put it out there. I almost said it, but maybe not. I have on nice shoes. I have on and I'm not flexing, I like watches. So I might have had on like a no flex, a $1,200 watch, a Movado watch. I don't get out often with the pandemic and everything. But I go to get Mamba and he start acting like a hood child to the point I got to pull to the back of the PetSmart, rough him up, have a talk with him, pull up to the front of the PetSmart. And mind you, I set this up months ago. They told me it was a curbside drop off. And the lady goes, oh, just bring him in because I took him to PetSmart, the Banfield. It's actually the Banfield and PetSmart. I'm calling them out. She was like, oh, just bring him on in. Now, anybody who's never been to PetSmart, man, they got dogs walking around in that joint like it's a mall. And this one over in this, predominantly white upper class area had the vet inside of it, man. It was like it was like a Home Depot, I feel like, that they converted. But anyway, she was like, oh, yeah, just bring him in. Now, it was on me, self-awareness, taking responsibility, emotional intelligence, because I waited to the last minute to take them seriously because I went back and looked at the email and it started talking about printing something off and filling it out. So that triggered my mind like, oh my God, where's this man documents? I call them his documents, but it's his folder with all his medical stuff, right? Felt like a bad parent looking for a birth certificate or something like that when it's time to register, but I couldn't find it. So I was already kind of amped up over that. Then having to get him in order before we walked into the PetSmart had me amped up because she was like, yeah, bring him in. I was like, man, you have no idea. So by the time I walk in there, she's looking at me and this pit bull mixed dog, black guy, pit bull mix, white area, white doctor. And, I put a muzzle on him. Self-awareness. I know my dog. I put a muzzle on him because he's at the bare minimum going to bark. And with other dogs, he got this embarrassingly... It's crazy, man. So I put the muzzle on him and it was a Velcro type muzzle for those dog lovers. But long story short, she looked at me. I'm all exhausted now. You know what I'm saying? I still looking fresh, but my shirt wrinkled. My hat is off. I'm sweating a little bit. And she looks at me. She look at Mama. She look at me and she like, okay. And I can see the judgment in her eyes. She goes, that kind of muzzle, you can't leave that muzzle on him for long. He needs an actual muzzle that's called a basket muzzle.